What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. A little while ago, I did MLB Pickle, which is kind of a daily refreshing quiz type thing where you guess players and it tells you a bunch of information to see if you're close or not, and then eventually you're supposed to guess the player of the day that they pick for, just at random for that day. This is Weddle, which is actually the NFL version of Pickle, named after Eric Weddle, great safety for the Chargers in the 2000s and 2010s. So, key thing to remember for this, if you do try it on your own, is it is all offensive players. There's no defenders as far as I know. I'm pretty sure that's how it works. So, want to try to guess somebody in the middle of the road in terms of age and not a crazy jersey number. So I'm actually going to go... Do I have to put the dots? I do. KJ Osborne of the Patriots, kind of in the middle of the road in terms of age. Okay, so we know... So this is awesome. I already have a ton of information. I did not realize KJ Osborne were the number 2. I might have picked somebody else. But, so this is good. So we have the exact height. So 6 foot is what they are. They're not anything other than that. They are a wide receiver. And they are in the AFC. They're not in the AFC East. Or, actually, you know what? Let me explain this. So, in this, especially with the division, it can get confusing. So, if you see the division and it is yellow, that means that it is either the conference is correct or the division location is correct, which means that this player that we're thinking of is either in the AFC West, AFC North, AFC South, or NFC East. The other divisions are not going to be correct at all. So NFC East or any of the other AFC divisions. So I'm going to pick somebody in the NFC East. So we do know somebody that is, we do know that they are younger than 27 and they are higher than number 2. So I'm actually going to go A.J. Brown because he is in the NFC East. I do think he's exactly 6 foot. He might be 6'1", maybe a little taller. I'm not sure. So we're going to go with A.J. Brown and see what happens. Okay, so... he's 27 already. I didn't realize that. Okay. So this didn't really give us much information outside of the fact that it is definitely in the AFC. That is totally fine. So somebody younger than 27, and by the way, much younger, minimum 24 years old. So this is a guy who's only been in the NFL for a couple of years, and he's either in the AFC West, AFC North, or AFC South. So I'm going to go with AFC South, and I am going to go with my boy Nico Collins. I don't know how tall Nico Collins is. Oh, he's big. Okay, so he's a big boy. So not AFC South, and obviously he's much bigger than what I thought he was, so that's fair. Okay, and obviously, yeah, so not Houston. Okay, so we're going to go with... somebody who's, by the way, this guy, he's 25. So this guy's at minimum 22 years old. So this is a really, really young guy. So this is somebody that must have just been drafted and is in the AFC North or AFC West. So this is somebody, again, that must have just been drafted. I'm thinking Ladd McConkey is where I'm going with this. Is Ladd McConkey the answer? And it is Ladd McConkey. So we get it in 4 tries here. That's pretty good. All right, day 2 of playing NFL Weddle. Was able to get it correct yesterday with Ladd McConkey being the correct guess. And so today we hope to continue that good streak. So again, this is all offensive players here. So this is not, any defensive guys here. So I'm going to try to think of a guy that is kind of middle of the road here. So I'm going to go with, he might be a little bit on the older side, but I'm going to go with your friend and mine, George Kittle. Okay, so not a ton of information here, but we do have some things that are good. So we know that they are shorter than 6'4". They are older than 30, which is definitely important to remember. So they're either 31 or 32 years old. Their jersey number is lower than 85. Still could be a wide receiver, just could be like a slot guy or something. And because that division is not yellow, that means it's nobody in the NFC and it's nobody in the AFC West. So that means AFC East, AFC South, AFC North. So we already had that narrowed down. Okay, so I think that this is a pretty good start here. And they are significantly shorter than 6'4", by the way. So they are 6'1" or less. So I'm going to go running back here. I think that that's probably a better way to go here. So let's think of AFC West. Let's go... Yeah, let's go Jamal Williams. I like Jamal, or maybe let's go Javonte Williams. We'll go Javonte Williams. Okay, so not a running back, right? Lower than 33 in terms of the jersey number. And I didn't realize Javonte Williams was that young. I thought he was like 27. Granted, that wouldn't have been in that age anyway, so I guess it really wouldn't have mattered. But they are in the AFC West, so we did get that correct. And they are not a running back. Okay, so that means that they are either a quarterback, offensive lineman, or wide receiver. And given the height disparity, I am going to venture to guess that it is going to be a wide receiver. Now, it could be a small quarterback, but there aren't very many of those to go around. So I am going... The chances of it being a wide receiver are a lot higher than it is of being a quarterback or an offensive lineman at this point. Obviously not a tight end, obviously not a running back. And based on this, so that means they're not 6'2" or higher, and they're not 6 foot, so that means they have to be exactly 6'1", which does not help me because I don't know exact heights at this point. But hey, you know, I try my best. So AFC West, smaller receiver that's older than 24. So I guess this also means, by the way, that they have to be 27? They have to be 20. Oh, no, they're older than 30. I'm an idiot. So has to be 31 or 32. Okay. So AFC West has to be older than 32. How old is Cortland Sutton? Oh wait, he plays for the Broncos. That wouldn't matter. Okay, AFC West. So Chargers is an option. Let me think of wide receivers that fit this description, and one is not coming to me. Raiders. Could this be Devontae Adams? It is Devontae Adams. So, got it in 3 guesses this time. So, that works out. Devontae Adams obviously fit all of the Bills there in my mind. So, just kind of went straight for it. Devontae Adams is your answer. So, a successful day 2 of Weddle. Let's move on to day 3. All right, day 3 of NFL Weddle. Yesterday got the answer correct in 3 guesses. So, I'm not sure I'm going to be able to do any better than that. I'm just going to be perfectly honest with you all here. Yeah, let's just jump right into it. Who do I want to kind of guess here? I think I'm going to guess quarterback, and I'm going to go Kyler Murray as my first guess of the day. All right. Probably not the best guess given his jersey number, but that's okay. Okay, so taller than 5'10" doesn't really give us much. But I will say that does eliminate probably quite a bit of running backs, just because this covers 5'10", 5'9", 5'8", 5'11", and 6 foot. So that's probably going to eliminate quite a few running backs, which helps. And then we do know that they are either 26 or 25 years of age. So let's go. And by the way, has to be AFC East, North, or South. So AFC North. I am going to go with George Pickens. Let's go George Pickens. Although I think he may be slightly too young for this, but we will see. Nope, he is actually... We're on the right track here. So we know that they play for Pittsburgh. So that's exciting. So they are either 6'4" or 6'5". They are, again, either... Now they are 24 or 25, and given this, that means they are exactly 25 years old. So now we have to think of players on the Steelers that kind of fit this profile. Could be an offensive lineman. We cannot completely discount that as a possibility. So I'm going to hope that it's not that, because I'm not super up on the lineman for the Steelers right now. The only guy that I was really 100% familiar with was Jakumu Okorafor, who now plays for the Patriots. So that's not really helpful. But we're going to hope that that's not the case. So the guy that's coming to mind right now for me is Pat Freiermuth, tight end. And that's actually who it ends up being. Luckily for me. Because honestly, if it wasn't him, I would have probably struggled. So that works. Lucky go on that George Pickens one there for sure. Man, I do not know why Pickle and Weddle are so much easier than Pirtle. I watch more basketball than I watch baseball or football. I can promise you that. But for some reason, I'm struggling with it. But it is what it is. But I'm happy with this result. So, yeah, another 3 guess one. Let's move on to day 4. All right, guys, so the reason you are seeing played 4, longest streak of 4 instead of 3, is because I accidentally did not record my screen the last day. I was in the middle of recording multiple things. One of them, my face was full screen, and then I just forgot to switch back the settings of that for when I recorded this. So, honest mistake, but it is unfortunate because I think I got it in 3 guesses, I think. Unless I'm completely mistaken, but I'm pretty sure I got this in 3. I don't know if it's... yeah, there you go. You can see it in the background. I got it in 3 guesses. So that's unfortunate that you guys are not going to get to see that. But we're going to play again. We're going to refresh this thing. Obviously, Jacoby Brissett... I was actually going to guess Jacoby Brissett, because that was the answer from yesterday. But I'm not going to do that. Instead, I am going to go with Joe Burrow will be my first guess. I think that's a reasonable guess. Kind of, reasonable height. Decent jersey number. So we will see how that goes. Okay. So this is a guy who's either 26 or 25 years old. Plays in the NFC, but not in the NFC North. So NFC South, NFC West, or NFC East. So that works for me. Not a quarterback, clearly. And this is somebody who is pretty short. So most likely you're looking at a wide receiver or a running back. So let's go with a wide receiver. Let's go Devontae Smith. He's obviously significantly shorter. Okay, so that works. So this is actually a pretty good guess, I think. Obviously, the jersey number, I honestly didn't pay attention to that. That probably would have made me go in a different direction. But I still got a lot of information. So a wide receiver who's exactly 6 foot tall and who's exactly 25. Obviously does not play in the NFC East, though. So that doesn't narrow it down a ton. So no Cowboys. No Eagles, clearly. No Commanders and no Giants. So let's go NFC South. Let's go... I don't know if Chris Olave is 25 yet, because that's who I'm thinking. But I didn't think he was... I don't think he's as small as Devontae Smith. I feel like he's like 6'1 or 6'2. But... And he wears number 11? 12? Does he wear 11 or 12? Oh, no. I think he wears 11, so that's actually not a good guess. Somebody who's 25 on the nose and is 6 foot tall. This is probably going to be somebody that I know exists. So let's try to think through this. Could be somebody in the West. Rams. Nobody really fits that mold. Deebo Samuel may be on the 49ers, but I feel like he's older than 25. That might not be a terrible guess. Although he wears number 11, I think, so I don't think that actually would work. Seahawks? Jackson Smith and Jigba? What number does he wear? I feel like he wears like number 9 as well, so actually that wouldn't be the case. What about Tyler Lockett? No, Tyler Lockett's way older than 25. That stupid answer. Okay, Cardinals. Christian Kirk is the first person that came to mind, but he does not play for the Cardinals anymore, so he's clearly not the answer. Oh, actually, let me get rid of this full screen for you guys. That way you don't have to worry about all the crap on the bottom. Okay, Deontay Johnson, maybe? Let's go Deontay Johnson. Okay, he's only 5'10". I was not aware of that. He's 28 already? Holy crap. Okay, so not NFC South either, so that means it has to be NFC West. Okay, so I was on the right track with NFC West, which is not great because I kind of went through all of NFC West and didn't come up with somebody. They have to be exactly 25, man. Okay. 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 Let's not panic yet. Let's not panic yet, because I don't know if I'm going to be able to get this. Because if it's not somebody super obvious, I don't know who it is. It's not Jackson Smith and Jigba. He's too young. He's only like 22 or 23. It's not Tyler Lockett. I think he's 6'1", and he's also way too old. Could it be somebody on the Rams? Could it be Demarcus Robinson, maybe? I don't know how tall. I'm not typing anything. That might help. Marcus Robinson? Okay, wait. Huh? I don't understand. It's not NFC. So is it in the NFC North? I guess it has to be, right? I guess they have to be. How is it the NFC North if AFC North does it not work like that in this one, I guess? That's really annoying. Demarcus Robinson's 30? Okay, I genuinely had zero idea of that. Okay, that's terrifying. All right, NFC North then. Okay, so Packers. Oh, this could be a Packer. This could be a Packer. I feel like it's a Packer, honestly. Just kind of thinking through the rosters here. I feel like Packers, like super young wide receivers, they're not super big. I'm leaning Packers here, but let me go through the Rolodex of the other teams. So Vikings, could it be Vikings? Jordan Addison is a possibility, but I feel like he's taller than 6 foot. But I'm gonna leave that over here on the side and go back to it if I must. Okay, Lions. Amon-Ra St. Brown is an option. Is he 25? He wasn't drafted that long ago, so it's a possibility. So I'm going to put him over here as well. And he wears number what? 11, I feel like. Maybe I don't know what number he wears, to tell you the truth. 17? I can't remember. I don't think it's Amon-Ra St. Brown, but he's in the possible pile over here. That's what I'm calling this, the possible pile. Yeah. Okay, Lions also. How tall? Oh God, I'm just blanking on his name completely. The other guy that they drafted out of Alabama. What's his name? Young guy, Jameson Williams. How tall is Jameson Williams? I feel like he wears a low number too. Gosh, wide receivers, please wear bigger numbers. Okay, Vikings. It's obviously not Justin Jefferson. I think he's 27 now, 26 or 27, and I think he does not wear a high number. Unless I'm reminded he does. I don't know. But I don't think it's a Viking. So I'm thinking Packers. So I'm gonna go Jalen Reed. Jaron Reed? I don't know. Apparently I'm blanking on who it is. Reed. Jaden Reed. That one. Not Jaden Reed. Who wears number 11 anyway. But he doesn't play for the Packers. Okay. So I was leaning Packers and I was wrong. So now I feel like I have to go to my maybe pile and I'm going to throw out Jordan Addison. It is not Jordan Addison. Oh, no. But he does play for the Vikings. He does. Is this Justin Jefferson? Because if it's not, I do not know a single other person that plays for the Vikings. It's not Justin Jefferson. Holy moly, dude. He's exactly 25 years old, too, and the number would have fit Oh, that's heartbreaking. Oh, that is heartbreaking. Oh my goodness. Oh, I'm going to lose my streak because I do not know any other wide receivers. I used to know KJ Osborne, but he plays for the Patriots now. I do not know any other Vikings wide receiver that plays for them. Off the top of my head. That is absolutely just devastating that it was not Justin Jefferson. I needed it to be Justin Jefferson so badly. Crap, man. Okay. And they are a wide receiver for sure. Wow. That's unfortunate. Crap. That really stinks because I genuinely do not know of any other wide receiver that plays for them. I know that it's just those two out there. And I play fantasy football. I should know more about the wide receiver core that has been tearing apart the NFL. I really should, but I just don't. So I'm going to take my loss. I'm going to guess. I'm just going to scroll through this and see if somebody comes to mind that makes me feel good. Brandon Rice. I don't think he plays for the Vikings. Chigio Okonkwo. That's a fun name. Oh, man. It's just highly unfortunate. Oh, let's see if somebody strikes me as somebody that might be playing for the Elijah Moore would be a good guess, but plays for the Browns. Unfortunately for him, he plays for the Browns. Oh, man, that's unfortunate. I just don't know, fellas. So we're just going to pick somebody, and that's going to be it. We'll go with Isaiah Williams. Yep. Isaiah Williams. It was Jalen Naylor. Okay. Yep, wasn't getting that. Fair enough. Well, that's all right. Everybody loses every once in a while, but that's okay. So, we'll move on to tomorrow, and hopefully I have a little bit better luck. All right, so my streak was unfortunately broken yesterday. It was, who was the answer? It was oh goodness, I don't even remember who the Jalen Naylor. It says it right there in front of me. Was the answer? I know of Jalen Naylor. Didn't unfortunately think of him when we were doing this, but we're gonna start right over. Today is a new day, so let's get this thing going. All right, who do I want to start with? I am going to start with a tight end. I'm going to start with George Kittle. News came today that he may play on Sunday. Let's hope that he does. Okay, so this is really interesting. So I got the jersey number on the nose. Now, oftentimes that does not help me, but it is nice to get something right like that. So it is either an AFC West player or anybody else in the NFC. Crucially, not a tight end, and 85, I feel like, is more so a tight end number nowadays than a pure wide receiver number nowadays. And they are either 28 or 29 years old, and they are either 6'3 or 6'2. And so to me, that makes me think of more of a smaller wide or a larger wide receiver rather than a smaller tight end, but we will keep an open. Actually, it can't be a tight end because that is so I'm thinking this has got to be a receiver. Could be a quarterback, but I would be shocked if there was a quarterback with number 85. Just going off of height. So, okay. Again, the problem is I do not know any jersey numbers. I'm very bad with jersey numbers. So yeah, that's not really going to help me much. All right, so NFC. Let's. I'm going to assume it's somebody in the NFC. It could be somebody in the AFC West, which we'll find out with this guess because I'm going to guess somebody in a different division. And I'm thinking wide receiver, who's got to be a pretty tall guy, and that automatically makes me think of Mike Evans, but that he's too tall. He doesn't wear the number 85. I think he wears number 17. Something like that. He wears something in the teens. 15 maybe? I don't remember. But, okay. Big, tall, wide receiver in the NFC. Who fits that bill? Who fits that bill? Let's go through the Rolodex of teams. Keenan Allen. Keenan Allen is somebody that immediately comes to mind for the Chicago Bears. Let's throw Keenan Allen in there. Okay, Keenan Allen, it's not the answer. I didn't realize he was already 32. Okay. So Keenan Allen, okay, so it is somebody that plays in the NFC. It is a wide receiver, and they are exactly 6'2". So, again, I was just trying to think of, I didn't think I was going to get it on this guess. I was just trying to think of somebody in the NFC who is kind of a big, tall, wide receiver, just to kind of confirm some of the things that I was assuming. So, obviously, the age, I didn't realize he was already 32. I thought he was 30. So fair enough. I guess he wears the number 13. Okay, fair enough. He's not in the NFC North, so he's either in the NFC East or in the NFC South. So that is good. I'm going to start with the NFC East because I just feel like NFC East is where I'm going to wind up having more to kind of mess around with. Especially somebody who's 6'2", although obviously, you never really count out, like, the Saints having somebody that's just, like, random. Panthers, I just don't see it. Not somebody that's that age. Adam Thielen comes to mind, who could be 6'2", but I don't think he's 30 or 28 or 29. I'm pretty sure he's up close to Keenan Allen's age, if not more. He might be like 34 or 35, so I know it's not him. Falcons? Could it be Falcons? Who is out there on the Falcons right now? Money with 2 O's, but I don't think he wears number 85. I feel like he wears number 1 or number 0. So that would be out. But I think he's somewhere in that 27 to 28 range. Other than that, there's nobody else on the Falcons that stands out to me that would wear that number. I feel like Cade Ott wears 85 for the Bucks. I'm not good with jersey numbers, so I could be completely wrong on that. And if that is the case, then he's a tight end. So he's out too. So that only leaves me with the Saints. And I don't, it's not Rashid Shaheed. So, again, unless this is somebody that is, like, really down the depth chart, I'm not going to come up with it. So, let's think NFC East. Let's go to the NFC East. So, we'll start with the Commanders. It's not going to be Scary Terry because while he fits the age profile, I don't think he wears number 85. I'm almost 100% certain he actually wears the number 17. So, I know it's not Scary Terry. I feel like, does De'Ami Brown maybe wear 85? And is he 28 already? I don't think so. But that is a possibility, although he may not be 6'2" either. He may only be like 5'11" or 6 foot. But I don't know. Luke McCaffrey could be this tall. And he may wear number 85 for them, to be honest. But he's not that old. He just got drafted. So there's no way he is 28 years old. And those are really your top 3 guys. Maybe Noah Brown, but I don't really know enough about Noah Brown to throw him out as an answer. You know what? I am going to throw Noah Brown out as an answer. Just because I don't know much about him, I'm going to throw him out as an answer. Oh my goodness, and it is Noah Brown! Wow! Oh man! What a guess. You guys, I mean, you heard that. That's why I talk through this whole thing. Because I don't want to just sit here and be in silence or do a cutaway to me just figuring something like this out, because you just never know. You got my whole thought process as to how I went through the Rolodex of all these players, and I got to Noah Brown, and I literally said, I don't know anything about Noah Brown. I don't know how old he is. I don't know how tall he is. I don't know what number he wears. I know nothing about Noah Brown at all. But in order to see if it was NFC East or, you know, just to kind of figure something out, I just threw his name out there because I had 5 more guesses to play with. I think you have 9 guesses on this, or 8 guesses. So I had 5 more guesses to play with, so I figured I'd throw him out there, and it ends up being Noah Brown. Whoa. That's awesome. I love it. I love it. Hopefully you guys love it. I don't see it getting much better than that. But, you know, we'll see tomorrow. Happy to get right back on track here after a loss previously. But let's go to day number 5, 6, I don't know anymore. Especially with me goofing up one of the recording sessions where I forgot to record the actual screen. It was just a big shot of my weird face the whole time. Yeah, I don't know what day we're on, so let's just move on to the next day. All right, everybody, welcome back. I think this is going to be the last day that I do for this video because I think we're at day 6 now, so I think this is probably a pretty good place to stop. I was actually going back through my old videos, and I realized I started with George Kittle twice. I try not to start with the same person more than once, just because, you know, it's fun to kind of space things out and everything like that, but unfortunately I did not do that here. So I'm actually going to pick somebody who unfortunately tore his ACL today, and I just got that news notification a couple minutes ago, and it is Rajee Rice. Okay, so somebody who's 6'1", is either 25 or 26 and is nowhere near the number 4, or at least not in the immediate vicinity. I won't say nowhere near, but okay, so judging off of this, while it could be a quarterback, and 6'1" is not a absurd height for a quarterback in terms of being short, there's not a whole lot of them. So we're going to keep that to ourselves for now. So because this is not lit up, obviously that means they are in the NFC North, NFC South, or NFC East. They're not in the AFC or in the NFC West. So I'm guessing this is going to be a running back. Again, just based on, you know, what I know about this game and just kind of the statistical possibility. So I'm going to guess a running back, and then we're going to go from there. And the first person that's coming to mind for me is DeAndre Swift. And I actually just realized he spells his name a little different. DeAndre Swift. And he's only 5'9". That's interesting. I didn't realize he was that short. I thought that he was close to 6 feet tall. And he also wears the number 4, so unfortunately that wasn't a great guess. But what it did tell us is that they are running back, and they are exactly 25 years old. Now, again, that doesn't really help me a ton, because I don't really know a whole lot about, you know, people's specific ages. I knew Swift was right around that age of 25, 26, but, you know, sometimes I have a little bit better gauge than other times. So, okay, so not NFC North, so that means NFC South or NFC East. So I am going to sit here and try and think through this. Somebody who's 25, that is 6 foot. This is a fairly tall running back. That's not, you know, 5'9" to 6 foot is usually around average, so 6'1" actually pretty reasonably tall. So just trying to think through running backs that are reasonably tall, and that are fairly young as well. NFC South. So let's think through NFC South here. Could be Tyler Algier. Tyler Algier does make sense to me, because he's a big boy. I don't know how tall he is, and he's right around that 24 to 25 years of age, because he's only been in the league a couple of years. So I think Tyler Algier makes sense to me, and unfortunately it is not Tyler Algier. He's 1 inch short and 1 year short, but I do like the kind of train of thought. However, what it does tell us is that they are in the NFC South. They just do not play for the Falcons. So that means that they are Saints, Panthers. Oh my goodness. Oh, Bucks could also be Bucks. Okay. Okay. I am blanking really hard on the running back for the... Oh, no. Oh, the running back for the Bucks. Oh, cry. Oh, man. Yeah, I am blanking really hard on the running back's name for the Bucks. I know it's like Rashid something. It's not Rashid, but it's... Is it Rashid something? Am I going to get... No. Oh, man. All right, let's move on from that. So, Chuba Hubbard, I think, is too old. I think he's somewhere around 28, 29 years old right now. So I don't think that would be the case. Jonathan Brooks just got drafted, so it shouldn't be him. So I don't think it's Panthers. It's obviously not the Falcons. Could it be Saints? And if that's the case, Alvin Kamara... And I don't know the name of their backup. So that will be the end of this for me. Oh my gosh. All right. I'm going to put R. And I'm going to scroll down to the people whose name are. Because I'll know it if I see his name. I'll know it if I see the name. Is it Rashad White? It could be. Maybe I won't know it if I see it, to be honest. I guess it could be Rashad White. I guess it's the only one that's coming to me. Rashad White. It's not Rashad White. All right. I mean, that's a heck of a guess, though. He's right around 6'1". He's 25 years old. I didn't know what number he wore, to be honest. Again, I'm terrible with jersey numbers. Okay, so that means that they're either a Panther or a Saint, which I'm guessing it's the backup running back for the Saints, whose name I do not know. I know that he played quite a bit last year, obviously with Kamara being out for a good portion of the year, and I just don't know his name. I just don't know. So I'm going to guess Chuba Hubbard, and if it's not Chuba Hubbard, then I'm in deep trouble here. And I know it is Chuba Hubbard. Okay, so he's only 25. All right, I should have gone with my gut because I said Chuba Hubbard a little earlier, but it is what it is. Got him in 5 regardless, so I'm just glad I ended up going with it. But man, I would have been very upset if it was that Saints running back. What is that Saints running back's name? Jamal Williams is the running back, is the backup, really. But I was thinking Jordan Mims. He is 25 years old. He's only 6 foot tall, though. He's not 6'1", but that was the guy that I was thinking because, I knew he was right around those stats. So that would have been my other guess. But I would never have come up with Jordan Mims. I couldn't remember. I couldn't think of his name. So I'm glad it was Chuba Hubbard because that would have been unfortunate if it wasn't. But I'm glad that I got the last one that I'm going to play for this. I really hope you guys have enjoyed this because I know I have. Still working out some kinks with some things on this, but and obviously I'm very upset that I ended up missing a day. But it is what it is. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. I think this video should be the first one that comes out of the 3 because I'm doing Weddle, I'm doing Pirtle, and I'm doing Pickle, and I think this is the first one that's going to come out chronologically. So you guys should see this first. But other than that, guys, thank you guys so very much for watching. Yeah, I look forward to doing more of this in the future, and I'll see you all next time.